Buddy, how you doing? Really concerned about Browns fans have turned simply because he did the right honorable action of coming to Deshaun simply because fans are booing. I don't care side of the planet you're from, where you are. It is morally wrong to do. And the number of you who are thinking it and then bringing up Jameis's issues with Erica and everything. First of all, you're not only wrong, you're not only racist, you're immoral, you're evil. Okay? You're not only wrong, you're not only racist, you're moral, and you're evil. All right? First of all, Erica Kinsman conspired with her boyfriend Jamal Roberts to literally steal, con $900,000 out of Florida State under allegations of, excuse me, that Jameis did something wrong, sexual assault, rape, and when he did not only did nothing at all, but Jamal Roberts himself admitted to me that effort was something that he wanted the public to know about. Jamal Roberts didn't want the public and didn't want the public to know that he and Erica Kinsman got married because it'll lead back to the fact that she lied about his existence. He was always her boyfriend. He had sex with her the same day that she had sex with Jameis Winston. And Erica Kinsman was entirely lying the whole time. And the only reason that kept their fraudulent case alive was the enormous racism that people have in this country regarding black men. And that's a fact, even to this day. And it's got to stop. There's some people who claim to be in Jameis Winston's camp who are not, okay? And they ought to be ashamed of themselves. I'll be very specific about who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Jameis 101, who doesn't see when the legal system turns against a black person, be it or Deshaun Watson. All right. So if you're so 101, if you're going to be behind him, get behind him and start looking at how black men are treated in America. This is something you should be 100% aware of. And you claim to be a man of God. As far as I'm concerned, the way you treated me the other night, you are not a man of God. All right. You are not a man of God. And you owe me an apology for how you treated me. This time it's on you, pal, because you're not right. All right. I'm just saying straight up here, you're not right. Now, back to what I'm saying here. Deshaun Watson did nothing wrong. 24 lawsuits were fraudulent. The Harris County grand jury couldn't take any one of them and say, hey, it's actually a crime. And yet you have people out there, so-called Browns, calling Deshaun Watson a criminal. He is not a criminal. He is not a criminal. This all started because Deshaun Watson, when he was with the Texans, wanted the Texans to hire a black coach. Deshaun Watson wanted to say who his coach should be. The Texans pushed back, and he said, okay, trade me. That's how this whole thing started. The Texans could have simply said, hey, look, you know what? You have a great symbol for us. Why not? Let's do it. And then it's revealed that literally feeding Deshaun Watson these Instagram massage therapists, giving him non-disclosure agreements to sign because during the pandemic, you couldn't regularly see a massage therapist because they were put out of business, but he needed a massage. The Texans knew that, enabling him to get the massage therapists who were, in a number of cases, fraudulent, fake, and everything else. The Texans decided that when Deshaun was going to, like, hey, say, I'm holding out and I'm going to leave, they decided to turn all that against you. So the Texans set Deshaun Watson up. That's a fact. I contend that they even hired Tony Busby. Why? Because Tony Busby only lives a block, or lived a block from the late, rest in peace, Bob McNair. And but Bob McNair and the McNair family knows very well Tony Busby, his wife. They're all part of Houston's high society culture. That's proven. So, hey, it's already been demonstrated how they could have launched this entire effort. And what did they do? They hired Tony Busby because Tony Busby just well connected with them, but he understands how to use a class action lawsuit and fashion it in a PR way. Why? Because anyone in law knows that a class action lawsuit doesn't have to be specific. It can be vague. So you don't have all these details filled in. It means you can launch a fake set of lawsuits. But what Jameis one of one, or either he just doesn't want or does see but doesn't care, or whatever his issue is in this society, you can go right now to crown.com, and if I have the means, I can pay them a fake protest. You hear what I'm saying? A fake protest. So you mean to tell me that in a world where I can literally buy 3,000 actors to launch a fake protest anywhere I can afford done, you mean to tell me that you're going to think that any lawsuit that's filed is automatically just okay? So you have 2 grand juries that said that these lawsuits were awful. PUSA, not criminal. But in spite of people like Sarah Spain, nerve, she to vomit up how she doesn't like what Winston does. This is the same person that wrote in an attempt to cancel Kobe Bryant after his death. That's how awful she is. Okay? Just bad. She has never come to the defense of a black man in sports in anything she's written. And she just talks about how women are harassed and everything, and we get that. And yeah, it's right to look there, but don't give me this attitude that you're actually standing up for the women. Look at how Sarah Spain and Christine Brennan treated WA black women. Like, because they're journalists, they have the right to ask these ridiculous race questions. So they bring and Sarah brings her attitude in all of this to this matter of Deshaun Watson and Jameis Winston. Sarah, as far as I'm concerned, you're no journalist. I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it. You are not a journalist. Blogger? Sure. Okay, I'm a blogger. All right? But there are a lot of people call me a journalist because I'm fairer than journalists. Okay? But you claim to be a trained journalist? Sorry, not at all. This way you handle yourself and conduct yourself on social media was and is shameful. Okay? Shame on you. And I am not done pointing how awful you've been. Just plain awful. It's about women. You don't really care about white women, but you don't care about black women. You don't care. You don't care about what's happened to Jameis Winston, and you don't care about this high-tech lynch mob system that's out there that goes after black men, and how too many of us are not prepared to deal with it and should be in an artificial intelligence world, because paper bots collecting information and place to spit it out. And guess what? You have fake news, long head information repeated again and around with no stoppage. You need a stoppage. That's why you need to hire organizations like Z.com. All right? The simple fact of the matter is this. This man whose photo I'm in front of, Jameis Winston, did the thing. He told people, hey, look, have respect for someone. Deshaun Watson has 4 years we felt the whole world was against him. And not only that, simply he asked for, well, appropriate working conditions in terms of say over who would be his boss. Why not? Okay? Why not? Idea. So, but what's going on with the NFL now and Jameis is that they're trying to basically push him aside because all these very talented quarterbacks have emerged. The racism tinge that covered the league for way too long is finally fading away. So they think, we can just make Jameis go away. But look what they tried to do in the case of the Browns. They put him on the active list. Deshaun gets Robinson gets injured. Jameis comes in as the only quarterback to throw a touchdown. All right. And time had not ran out. Or maybe like if they had brought him earlier instead of Thompson, Dorian Thompson Robinson, DTR. This stuff's ridiculous. Okay. And they think you pit black men against each other like that. Jameis Winston is too good to be treated that way. Too good. Stop putting up. The NFL must stop this high-tech lynch activity it's done to black athletes, either by keeping them out where Jameis doesn't start, or having the NFL Network not show his highlights, that sort of thing, which is absolutely ridiculous. Stop doing that stuff. There's no reason for it. And stop acting like you're afraid of Jameis because he's a strong black man, because that's really what it looks like to me. Okay? Subscribe to Zinni62 on YouTube. Bookmark NFL News by Zinni62.com, and I'll see you.